What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. It's time for SummerSlam, arguably the WWE's second biggest pay-per-view of the year. However, with plans to make the biggest party of the summer as big or even bigger than WrestleMania 37, what can fans expect? Well, join us now as we look at 10 last-minute rumors regarding SummerSlam 2021. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Number 1. No reaction to Punk. Now, it's been heavily rumored that CM Punk will show up at AEW's Rampage show on Friday night. This of course comes after SmackDown, so the WWE won't have a reaction to it until SummerSlam if Punk does actually show up. However, according to WrestleVotes, he tweeted, "Source states not to expect a reactionary move if, more like when, CM Punk shows up on AEW Rampage Friday night, 24 hours prior to WWE's second biggest show of the year. Time will tell." Somehow I doubt that, as WWE have been petty in the past. No doubt they'll have Shane McMahon come out with a Best in the World trophy and then just leave for no apparent reason. What do you guys think? Do you think there'll be a reaction? Let us know in the comments down below. Number 2. COVID precautions amped up. COVID-19 precautions are going to be amped up at SummerSlam due to the Delta variant causing concern with public officials. According to Ringside News, Clark County, Nevada, where Allegiant Stadium is located, has imposed a mask mandate, which means fans attending the show must mask up, even if vaccinated. Furthermore, WWE wrestlers and staff must wear a mask unless while eating or drinking. Ringside News also brought up how the WWE is testing its wrestlers and staff for COVID-19 prior to each show. The WWE's head of talent relations, John Laurinaitis, reportedly messaged everyone in the WWE that effective immediately and until further notice, COVID testing will resume at every television and event. More details to come soon. While the precautions are naturally a pain for both fans and the WWE is likely happy that the reported resurgence of the pandemic hasn't led to restrictions or outright bans on public gatherings. While the WWE has planned for such a scenario, it wouldn't be happy with the loss of fans present or the loss of revenue. Number 3. A short show. Now, although the WWE is unofficially hyping SummerSlam as its biggest show of the year, it appears the event is only going to run 3 hours, despite its A-list status. You'll likely recall previous reports that the WWE is asked to finish the show by 8 PM Vegas time, which means that the show should run no more than 3 hours. Fans should expect 1 or 2 matches on the pre-show, even though the Lashley vs Goldberg match will likely be over in less than 4 minutes, unless Bill Goldberg is in for a long one. Very unlikely. Number 4. No titles changing hands. The SummerSlam is stacked with championship matches, with the current card featuring an impressive 6 title defenses, including all 4 world championships. The question, of course, is whether if any titles will change hands. Ringside News is reporting that the online sports wager site BetOnline is currently predicting that no titles will change hands. But this seems incredible, and as you'll see in our upcoming predictions video, we definitely don't agree with that, given the number of title matches and the fact that Big E is currently Mr. Money in the Bank, although Baron Corbin is still believed to be in possession of the briefcase. It's hard to imagine fans will be too thrilled if they attend one of the WWE's biggest events and no titles change hands. And let's be fair, the 24/7 championship doesn't count. I mean, who cares if a title change happens with that? Number 5. Olympic gold medalist to attend SummerSlam. Now, it seems that 2021 Olympic gold medalist Gable Stevens will be in attendance at SummerSlam. Stevenson, who captured the gold in the men's freestyle wrestling, is currently contemplating whether he'll head to WWE, UFC, or even the NFL. Now, his presence shouldn't be seen as a sign that he's signing with the WWE, but it will be a major publicity coup, especially if Stevenson gets involved in an angle. Number 6. Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks out of SummerSlam. Now, as reported in our news video, there are rumors circulating that the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks is not going to take place. In case you missed it, while the Women's Champion and Banks have had a contract signing on SmackDown, both women were pulled from the weekend house shows in Charlotte, North Carolina and Columbia, South Carolina this weekend, and this has led to talk that they may be unable to work this Sunday. Ringside News is reporting that their absence were explained as due to unforeseen circumstances, and unfortunately for fans looking for the scoop on what's going on, the WWE remains as tight-lipped as ever, with Ringside News reporting it asked around about the situation, and we were told that no information is being given internally regarding the boss and EST of WWE's absences at this time. They are keeping a tight lid on information in this situation. Naturally, the question of whether the two stars' absences are due to COVID is inescapable, but as fans know, the WWE rarely gives away any information on its superstars' health. Recall Keith Lee's recent absence and the many questions fans about why the Limitless One was off television for some time. Now, it was only recently that Lee revealed the reason for his absence, informing fans that he'd been battling for his life. If Belair and Banks' absence is due to COVID, the WWE is likely frantic to make sure no one else is infected. Number 7. Last minute matches. With SummerSlam currently featuring 10 matches, 9 if Bianca Belair vs Sasha Banks is scrapped, it seems unlikely that they'll want to add any matches to the show currently booked for 3 hours, along with 1 hour pre-show. Number 8. Surprise appearances. Now, as with any pay-per-view, fans are always curious as to whether there'll be any surprise appearances or returns. But here's what we know so far. Regarding Becky Lynch, we're past the point of even speculating on Becky Lynch's return, but in the interest of fans who want to hear the latest, the rumour has it that Lynch will be present at SummerSlam. The man has appeared at other WWE shows backstage but has yet to return. There are many rumours going that she'll return at the WWE Draft later on, but again, an appearance at a major pay-per-view where her husband has a match is kind of obvious. It would be excellent to see if she can come out after the Women's Championship match, as it would lead to a huge pop. But also there's a likely return of Braun Strowman. Now, while the cash-conscious company might like the fact that they got rid of Strowman's $1 million contract, the loss of Bray Wyatt and the whispered repackaging of NXT has led to talk of WWE corporate partners growing dissatisfaction with the company. While Vince McMahon is likely to do whatever he wants, after all it's his company, even though the USA Network and Fox fork over billions of dollars to him for the rights to air WWE television shows, Vince might feel that WWE has to bring Strowman back or risk another black eye in having him show up on AEW. If Strowman does show up, there's no telling who he will wrestle or whether the WWE even has any idea who to program him with. Number 9. A Money in the Bank cash-in. Now, the intrigue surrounding the Money in the Bank briefcase has rarely been greater, as not only are there 2 prime opportunities for a cash-in, but there's also the question of who has the legal possession of the briefcase. Both the WWE Championship and Universal Championship matches have the potential for the winner being in no condition to defend themselves against a briefcase cash-in. The chances of anyone being squashed in those matches seemed unlikely, although we know there are some fans who would like to see Bobby Lashley dismantle Big Bad Bill the same way he did to Kofi Kingston, and that it's more likely that all 4 men will be exhausted once their matches are over. If the Money in the Bank briefcase is cashed in, the question then becomes, will it be Mr. Money in the Bank Biggie who cashes it in, or Baron Corbin, the man who recently stole the briefcase? Considering the WWE's always fuzzy logic concerning the rules of how the briefcase works, who's to say that Corbin won't cash it in, assuming he still has it by Saturday? The question then becomes whether the WWE will continue with Baron's bad luck and have it ruled he wasn't the legal holder of the briefcase, or allows his cash in to stand. Harkening back to the old position, it's 9/10 of the law rule. Corbin's character has quickly become one of the hottest acts in WWE, and the thought of him turning things around with a cash-in while amusing might curtail all the momentum he's built up as the WWE's resident hard luck case, not to mention aggravating fans who cheered when Big E's singles push hit another milestone with his briefcase win. And number 10, John Cena to win the Universal Championship. The return of John Cena has made SmackDown seem like the A show right in front of Raw, although with Raw's current booking it's kinda not hard. His match against current champion Roman Reigns will no doubt be the main event of SummerSlam, and if Cena wins, he'll become a 17-time world champion, beating a certain Hall of Famers record of 16. Now, recently Ric Flair was released after he complained of Charlotte's booking, and it's also rumoured that he'll appear in AEW, so what better way to stick it to the legendary champ than to have his coveted record beaten? Cena has been rumoured to stick around after SummerSlam if he wins the title, but should this happen? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.